Okay, everybody, here we go again. I have four unusual finds here. This one, I'm not sure exactly what this possibly was used for, but these are four lava rocks. All of them appear to have been modified by man. Now let's go with this one here first. This one here definitely is an artifact. It looks like it was some sort of a tool, and I'll show you all the features that I know makes it a tool. There's actually a little bit of an eye cut out here. We got a nose, and then we got your mouth area. I don't know if that's human or animal. It's most likely animal. But you look at it. You see that right there? That's beveled. This has been worked on a big stone and scratched down. Also, the bottom here, if you look, it's curved. Definitely curved. That was modified to fit lumber. This side here, they didn't do a whole lot with. You can see it's very, very, very much like a lava rock would look like. But here on the end, this right here has been chipped away. That has been chipped away to make it look like a point. It's been used a lot. It's been broken off thousands of years ago, and I'm saying thousands. This is not a recent artifact. This is a very old and ancient artifact. This bottom has been modified. It would have sat on the lumber like this. This is the top. That's why they modified it down to fit the lumber. Then they cut this away. It's very probably hard to see. They cut this away here to keep the leather strap or whatever they had, rawhide, whatever, on the unit. There's a chip right there. It's hard to see, but they chipped it right there, and there's a lip to help hold it on right there. You see it sticking up. They would wrap it around on this side here. They also have chips here. My lighting is pretty bad here. They also have it chipped away here, so the leather and stuff in this area would hold on there when it dried. But this has definitely been modified. It's got a nice, really nice hammer type end on it here. Really nice. I mean, they did some work. A lip here that helped, and a cutaway here that would help hold the rawhide on there when it dried up. This is it kind of looks like a face on this side too. Looks like they've got some kind of a nose and some kind of face here. Then we got it underneath the nose, and then the mouth right here. Little cutout for a mouth. Very, very distinctive looking to me. This has definitely been a modified lava rock, and I would say prehistoric type of a weapon or tool they used for cutting whatever they needed to use it for. Okay, this second one here, this has also been modified. You can see this one a lot easier. You can see they chipped away the edges right here. They chipped it away to form an area where they could run their rawhide around. And then also this part right here runs over here to another chipped out area. So they did a good job at chipping this one out so it would hold in place. And also right there it would hold in place. Whether or not that looks like a face to me, it's hard to say. When you turn it like this now, you kind of get an eye area up here. Then you get a little a bridge of a nose, and then you get your mouth area. I mean, that's speculation because I'm not sure for sure that, double talking here. But like I said, they chipped it away. They also chipped it away here, which runs over to the chip. Both sides have been chipped away to hold onto some lumber. And then when you look down here, this has also been smoothed away, and they would have cut the lumber to fit on. They would have knocked it out deeper here because that's a deeper area, and then level it out here so it would sit on top of this and be sturdy, make it sturdy. You know, it's a very nice piece here. This is definitely an Indian rock artifact or a prehistoric man artifact. They also utilize this lip here sticking out when they ran the leather over it. This also was a place that held it in place because it would run usually zigzagging here, and they would have tied it on the wood. This has also been worn away to help hold it on. This here has been worn away to help hold it on. Whenever they would wrap it around, they would do everything they could to get this lumber, get this rock to stay on their piece of wood, their tree branch. This is also an Indian rock artifact. Then we come over to this smaller piece. Now this piece looks like it would have sat like this, and it may have because they have an eyeball here and a nose area. It looks kind of like maybe it's a fish or something. But I looked and looked and looked, and it has been worn away. There is a curvature here. That usually that's a curvature that tells them, helps them put it on the lumber. They weren't always stuck in from the back. They usually would sit on top. Most of them did. But I actually believe it sat like this. They cut the lumber out here to fit on top of it to make it so it would be secure, and they tied it on. I mean, I could be wrong because I wasn't there, but it looks like they tied it on from the top because it could have also been cut out this way. The problem with this way is, and it does have a little slice here where they would have tied it on, it wouldn't have been very secure to me. But they're very good at doing what they do. They've had thousands of years of practice, and I'm just not exactly sure, but I do know this is an Indian rock artifact or a prehistoric artifact. Very cool looking. They utilized whatever they could find in the field. This one here now, however, what caught my eye was the look of it. You look at this thing. It is very, very jumbled. It's got all these different rocks and different ways they were put in there. It also could be an Indian rock artifact. They would have mounted it most likely down here somehow. They would have tied it on because there is actually manipulation everywhere on here where they chipped off the rock to make it where the leather or rawhide would go on it. This is also a chipped off area, and it looks like, this would have been a very wild looking tool that they would have used. And it also shows chipping from it being used on the front here. But very, very wild looking. Now it does look kind of like an animal of some kind because there's an eyeball there and that's a mouth. But as for a human face, there could be some on there. It looks like a little one here. If you hold it just right. But it's hard to say because this thing's pretty wild looking as it is. It would be hard to make a face out of it. Unless somebody else can see a face that I don't see, let me know. But like I said, they chipped away these areas. This is patina from years and years of sitting in the sun. But they chipped away these areas to actually hold the leather strapping or whatever they may have been using. Rawhide from deers or whatever animals they had. Whatever worked the best for them. They actually would wrap it across over here and wrap it here to get it to hold on whatever they needed to, whatever piece of lumber or stick tree branch they used. Thank you very much.